Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. And this is a Lord of the Rings excursion. We're playing some Rise to War. And I want to make a quick little guide video on XP. What's the best way to get XP in Rise to War? That's the question. Alright, so there are several ways to get XP. You do not get very much XP or any from doing PvP. This is something that some people point out that's kind of a bummer. I understand, but I believe there is because it's a balance thing. They don't want people to just overwhelmingly attack one group and also get super powerful at the same time. You have to do the work, right, to have the power. But, again, so you got to work out. You can't just have the muscle. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now what we're going to talk about is the best ways to do it. One way to quickly upgrade your heroes as you go is literally just taking tiles that are on point. One thing that I always tell people about is if their combat strength is a certain level, for example, if I go to attack this tile, let's say I was going to send my Ori, it tells me terrifying, right? Its combat power is 84, mine's 1000 because he has no troops, right? He's at 100 dwarves. He get destroyed, it'd be bad. So if I was on par with that, let's say Gimli, who's not full build here, he's still a little weak, right? So what I would want to do is probably find for Gimli a 230 tile. Just taking those tiles, for one, you're getting resources. For two, you get decent experience when you take tiles. For example, you can always go and look at your logs to see how much XP you're actually making, right? So this is a simple thing. You all know this if you play Rise to War already. But, again, if you find a tile for a Zackle... There we go. Gimli took a 260 today. See, it's a certain amount of how many things you kill, too. Another way to get XP is attacking a fort, right? The armies in a fort. They count like a tile for giving you XP. It also matters how much you kill. If you're the one that finishes off an army, you might get like no XP. For example, they have 10 guys left, you're going to get a smaller corresponding XP. If you're the guy that has the main fight with the army, you kill 3/4 of the army, and you lose a lot of army, you're going to get a lot more experience. So that's one good thing to know. The higher the tile, the more XP. That's a good thing to follow, including with mock battles. Now, you know what mock battles are? If you have a piece of land, you can click mock battle on it, right? And down here, you can click a hero you want to mock battle with, and down here at the bottom, I'm going to just move up. There's a couple different things, right? So you've got your ability points, which you probably already know this if you're watching this video, what those are. Your stamina of your hero, your food costs, the bottom left, how long it'll take to get there, and where it is, right? So here's the thing that's cool. See these items right here, these little XP boosters? Now again, you can do several ways to get these XP boosters. If you notice, it gives me, no matter what, I'm getting a little bonus, right? Because I have an upgrade right now in my tree. So for one, the first thing you need to think about, let me try to visualize this for everyone. This down here, this is how you increase your how you increase your XP gain. It makes it cheaper. You need to use this if you're mock battling to get more mock battles in. Yield is nice, the extra 10% on top of this 5%. And then rationing if you're having troubles with food, because it's very expensive to mock battle, all right? So that's good to know in the tree. And then if you want to, you can actually use multiples of these boosters that add XP for every 10 minutes you put in. So for example, I only have one with me right now. Where do you get them, you ask? Well, in your fellowship, if you're a part of one, you can get a daily one right here with your points you earn, right, for helping people, as well as a mining pick. You can only use a mining pick once, though, for one mining trip if you're gathering. That's a good thing to know, too. But again, if I go into here, the store, you can earn some here with points. So if you earn some gems or you want to pay money for gems, you can buy a couple. I'm going to buy a couple right now because I'm going to use them and I want to show you guys. You can buy up to 4 a day. 4 sets, both of them. It's both of them for 80. So now if I go to the mock battle, if you notice, it says 1 of 5. If I leave that checked, if I go up, it'll just keep adding them. Now I can go past. It'll keep increasing the XP over here, right? Now the reason it's saying insufficient, all right, there we go. So we just keep going, right? I just keep going, just keep going. Again, you can see right here with my arrow down here, it's increasing how much food it costs, how much stamina. Again, it's only 10 per 10 minutes because of the efficiency. Otherwise, it would be 20 without that tree buff, right? And then here we have the energy, right, for your ability points, which also are very crucial to use, right? But again, I'm going to do a full thing, but I'm actually, I want you to look at something. See how this says 600,000? This is 150,000 extra, right, for the bonuses? You could have up to, I could have up to 15 of these being used, by the way, because I'm doing it 150 minutes, right? But I want to show you something. This is a 260 tile, which is really good to get XP on with mock battles. But if you have the max level tile, a 300, look at the difference in mock battle. Look at that, 50,000, right? And set this one up by 1,500. and the bonus went up for each of these. Now I did this one to the top. Look at that increase. It's actually more expensive too, if you notice. I can't quite afford it, but I'll get more. But look, it's 600,000 for only 120 minutes, which means if I get the money, let me just quickly get the food for it. I'm gonna go to my market and switch some food out. Give me some food, please. Thank you. Trade out some food for stone. All right, we go back to mock battling. So now, if I was going to mock battle and max this the full thing with all the other bonuses, look at that. 150,000 more for the same time, right? So that's huge, and these are giving me tons too. So that's a lot of experience. Again, where do you know your experience for your character? Well, you probably all know this. It's this one, right? This purple line right here shows you how much. This is your respect, right? Your XP for your character for that season, and up to level 50, and then your stamina, right? Right? Okay, good, good. Now, what other ways can you do it if you don't have food to mock battle, all right? Well, there's a few other things you can do. You can also battle mobs, right? So you can use the little search engine up here. Go up here, find your level of mob you want to fight, search, right? They change during the season, right, depending on what section you're in. So right now, we probably only have mobs that are higher level, or if I have any around me. You got to move around sometimes when you're using the search. Interesting. I'm not finding any mobs. Oh, there's some right there. All right. So, for example, I could attack this, right? So if I sweep this, it would cost me, right down here, only stamina. And it would take me 6 minutes to get there, right? And where the location is. That's it. Doesn't cost anything else. See? So that's another way you could get experience. That would give experience like a fighting, but I've noticed that that's not quite as good as taking a tile. Even though you might lose less troops doing the mobs, depending on the level. And it also gives you these little drop bonuses, right? Versus a tile wouldn't. But I feel like if you're using your stamina up and your troops fighting at all, it's better to probably take a tile on the right level for XP. So mob's the lowest thing, I would believe, for XP, right? Troop battles against tiles, taking the right level tiles, that's the next level of good XP, right? As well as fighting forts and stuff. Then armies are in forts, right? Not forts of other players. You can't do it from PvP. Only from, like, you know, objectives, like Minas Tirith, or, you know, one of the big places, keep. And then the big one is mock battles. All right? So that's the big ways to get XP. Doing the dragons and Belrogs, I do not believe give XP. Off the top of my head. I think they're purely there to give you the gold and stuff like that. And the little bonuses that they give. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, do they? They might. They might. You can see that though, guys. You battle a dragon or a Belrog once, you'll see. I don't think they do, off the top of my head. So I think mock battles are the top priority on a 300 tile. The soonest you can get to the 300 tile without ruining... Don't be too hasty to get a 300 tile, guys. You could wipe your whole army and lose everything and be behind for 4 or 5 days getting new troops. So make sure you're only slightly under the threshold of it. If you're really trying to get to it with maybe like 2 or 3 armies, make sure those are really good armies that can beat it, right? Good hero setup with items. But anyway, there we go. There's some stuff about XP, my friends. I hope this helped you guys out. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, as always, and I will see you in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. Please click the subscribe button that's going to pop up. It really helps me out, and like the video. Ha ha ha! And the next episode will be up there in the top left, and are my main stuff on the Lord of the Rings Online, and voiceovers and other Lotro content right over there, Lotro Tale. You guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth, and I'll see you in the next episode. And a quick little addition, everyone. It doesn't matter how many troops you have in for a mock battle. Keep that in mind, my friends. You can have a tiny bit of troops, or all your troops, but it will lock them in for that entire duration of the mock battle. You won't be able to use those troops. So realistically, if you're going to do troops, make sure you go into your barracks, right, everyone? Just a quick little addition. You only need some troops. You can't have none. It won't let you mock battle. Just go ahead and, you know, leave in a small group of men, right? Just like that. And then go for your mock battle. And if you notice, it did not change the amount of XP I am getting at all. And Gimli is going to go do a mock battle. Alright, my friends. Again, have a wonderful day in Middle-earth. I'll see ya. Don't forget to subscribe. Haha.